get in the oven. I used to work at a pizza place, and had to work the oven sometimes. I made a name tag that said OG, and a lot of people thought it meant original gangster, but it was just avant-garde. But I felt cool. All right. So, anybody ever have that like awkward phase in their life? Maybe I'm still getting through mine, but I had a period about a while back where it was pretty bad. It was like when I first got to college, and I was just like too shy to talk to girls, so I would just like get really drunk, and then like drink my courage up, and inevitably babble too much. And thing was, it was like that was when my Boston accent would come out, because that's where I'm from. And so it would be, it'd either be talking about like the Red Sox and Nomar, or like Star Wars. And it'd be like, yeah, my favorite part of Star Wars is when Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader are fighting on the Death Star. And he chops off his arm with a lightsaber. And he's like, Luke, I am your father. Worked like a charm with the ladies, I'm telling you. So, I don't like to brag, but I got a job. And one of the nice things is that where I work, there's a gym in the building, which is nice because I can work out at work. It's good stress relief, and it definitely beats the hell out of paying $40 a month for a gym they don't actually go to. But what's weird is that, like any gym, the gym has a locker room. And, of course, in any locker room, there's going to be other dudes walking around naked, which is, always awkward because, for guys, like we have that one rule, that guy code rule, which is for gym locker rooms, which is don't look. It's a pretty simple rule. I mean, it's just like you just don't look. Now, ladies, I don't know what system y'all got going on, but for guys, we just have that rule. You just don't look. But, I mean, there's got to be contingency plans for situations where, like, some guy happens to just, like, drop trout in your field of vision. You were looking that way, but you didn't mean to, and not fast enough. And so that's why I've got rule number 2, which is forget about it. Because if you see some guy's piece, I mean, you're just going to want to forget about it. Which is easy most of the time at gyms, because it's like, oh, it's some guy, I don't know him. Like, all right, I saw his wang, but I'll never see him again. Like, I'll forget about it. But it's a little different when it's at work, because it's like you work with the guy, and you just saw his Johnson. I mean, that's awkward. You're going to see him again, like, in normal work situation with, like, regular clothes on, fully clothed, which is preferable, but you're still going to remember that. And I could just see myself being in a meeting and like we're, going over numbers or something like that. And some guy says, oh, I think this date is total junk. And I'd just be way too tempted to say, listen, buddy, I saw your junk in the locker room last week and looked a lot worse. Thank you. So one thing, like I started this job a few months ago, and one thing people always ask is like, well, what part of town are you from? That's like an inevitable question. And usually they like follow it up with like possible answers like south, west, north. But east is never an option. That's like, people don't offer that one up. When you say it, it's like you get one or two reactions. It's like, oh, east. Oh, okay, like, it does not compute at first, but then they realize, oh, that's a part of town, like, are you Hispanic? No. Okay. Or it's like the ew look at you, like, am I going to get some disease? Like, don't come near me. But, East Austin's home to me now for several years, and I love it there. Anybody ever take a ride down East Riverside lately? Okay, maybe this guy over here. So what I like to think of East Riverside is it's like playing Frogger on like a real street. And you're like trying to get by and like dodge all this stuff that's coming at you because people drive crazy on East Riverside. Like they don't obey lanes. There's like crazy shit going on. there's like, kids falling out of the back of pickups, and you got to dodge them. And there's like those dudes who operate like the ice cream truck, but it's on a bicycle, and they're just like towing it along at like 6 miles an hour, and you don't want to hit them. And there's buses stopping, and it's like, hey, I'm trying to jack up my carbon footprint here. What are you doing on this bus? Get out of my way. But the craziest thing I ever saw was there was this like crack whore on roller skates. This is a true story. I mean, I don't know. She looked like a crack whore. She was on roller skates, like walking her dog down Riverside, roller skating her dog down Riverside. And I totally like almost would have hit her, but some jackass cut me off and robbed me of my high score. What else we got? Okay. So Austin's definitely a music town, which I love. I love going to shows, but I've never had any musical ability of my own. Like, I just don't have any talent. Like, I tried playing clarinet when I was a kid, and then that was a bust. About a few years ago, I decided I was like really into the blues for some reason. I don't know. I just, decided I was going to get into it, and I bought a harmonica to try to, like get good at the blues, and maybe I could join some band as their harmonica player. It was a crazy fantasy. But you quickly learn that, like, playing harmonica is the best way to, like, piss off everybody within a 50-foot radius when you're, like, starting to learn, because you're just like, I'm learning. Just leave me alone. I'm going to get it. My girlfriend would be like, just go do that in the garage. So right now I'm just mainly sticking with the two instruments that I'm actually good at, which are air guitar and air drums. And I'm best like in my car, just like jamming out to some like, some metal or some hard rock or something like that. Just like, and I'll just like switch between guitar and drums in the middle of the same song. But I had an experience a while back that made me reconsider trying to play air guitar in my car, because I got myself in a weird situation. Let me explain. I was driving home like really late one night from a party, listening to the radio, and just like, jamming along to some songs, maybe some Ted Nugent or whatever, just playing, being his rhythm guitar player. He didn't know about it, but it was cool. And this song comes on the radio, the 80s song by Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight. You guys know that song? The Miami Vice theme song? Okay, if you don't remember, it's like, I can feel it in the air tonight, oh Lord. And it's like really kind of weird and psychedelic, and like when you're driving home late at night, and I was like singing along to it and getting really into it. And for those of you who don't know, the song has got like this monster drum solo in the middle of it, because, Phil Collins, he's a drummer. He was the drummer for Genesis. He could sing, but he's awesome on the skins. And so it gets to the part for the drum solo, and I'm just like ready to go. I know it's coming, and I'm driving along, and I just decided to go for it, like both hands off the wheel, just like do 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 do. And as I'm doing it, I see there's a car coming the other direction, and I look. And it's like I see the other guy, and he's doing the drum solo too. Like he must have been listening to the same radio station, like right at the same time. And I just like, for this split second, we make awkward eye contact. Like I see he's doing it, he sees me, and I just had this thought pop into my mind like, damn, we almost just got each other killed air drumming to Phil Collins. Thank you guys very much. My name is Ben Benulis.
All right, keep it going for Ben, everybody.